I regret my tattoo. The video of me getting my boyfriend's name tattooed on my forehead went viral. All of the big social media platforms, newspapers, radio stations were talking about it. And all I want to say is that I regret my tattoo, but not this one, because this is actually not a real tattoo. And the reason why I trick the whole internet is that I have a message to young people and all of the people who wants to get covered in tattoos. I want everyone to know that I regret my tattoos and you might regret yours when you get older. And as a person fully covered in tattoos, I feel like this is my responsibility to speak up, share my experience. And when people see me on social media, the first thing they notice about me is my tattoos. So if I influence people, I want to influence people in the right way. I remember when 10 years ago, I was getting my first tattoos and my mom, my friends were telling me all the time, Anna, you will regret your tattoos. And I didn't listen, maybe because they didn't have any tattoos. But if there was a person covered in tattoos saying they regret their tattoos, I would have listened. So like and share this video so we can together spread the tattoo awareness that no one really talks about.
I regret all of my arm tattoos, every single one. So just a heads up, if anyone is thinking about getting tattoos, or at least as many as I have, and you're sure, be ultra sure. I got them because I've never liked the way I looked and I thought it would make me look better and feel better, but 3 years down the line, I just wish I had my normal skin back. And I know I can get laser removal, but I don't think it will actually take it all off because they are so ingrained in me, like they're deep black ones. And I feel like I got them for the wrong reason. I got them to think, oh, I'll be cool, like I have more confidence in the way I look and blah blah blah, instead of, oh no, I really like this design, so I'll put it on me. I just wanted to feel better, and it's nothing to do with the art. It doesn't matter what was on me. So the tattooists that have done this, if you ever see this, it's not you. You did exactly what I wanted, but it's just tattoos on me I don't like. So yeah, if you're considering it, I've seen a lot of TikToks lately about people either regretting it or tattoo artists saying don't get trendy stuff and blah blah blah. Overall, I just think if you really want to do it, but just be warned, 3 years down the line, I regret all of these, and I feel like this is all people see me for when I wear a t-shirt, which is bad because I don't like them on me. I don't think they suit me at all. But also I didn't like no tattoos, so maybe I should have just gone to the gym and changed my body to a way that I actually liked. But if it's body image that you're worried about, guys, like me, don't put permanent stuff on you. Just go to the gym. Like, I can do that now, but I'm covered in tattoos. Like, I just wish I had clean arms.
Okay, I'm gonna say this now and probably never talk about it again. But I just want to talk about tattoo regret and tattoo removal. As a tattoo artist and also as a person with anxiety and OCD who has many regrets in life, what I just really feel like people need to remember as tattoo removal is like more popular and more working well. I do think that for people like me or my clients, it has a slippery slope of us really falling into the like extreme perfection, OCD questioning, always maximizing your body, similar to how dating apps kind of made us all go, well, we could date anyone. And then we all kind of froze and had nobody to date and then like didn't have sex for a million years. The whole beauty of tattoos is that they're like permanent. You get them and you might hate them. Like you're getting one that's part of the thrill. And like you have to live with the choices you've made and acknowledge that like that's who I was. That was a moment that happened to me. It is what it is. We all have scars. Life is beautiful. It's about the friends we made across the way. But I feel like with removal, this goes beyond like aesthetically or like having an abusive tattoo or having something that is truly atrocious. I'm not counting that. I'm counting like us all sitting here being like, well, should I remove this one? Maybe I should remove this one. Blah, blah, blah. It's like the like maximizing. It's like plastic surgery. It's like turning our bodies into this like thing that we maybe want to this perfection thing that we also want to hide who we once were. I feel like removal tries to pretend that something didn't happen to you, or like that you didn't do that. So I find like pretending or like concealing a past version of yourself is kind of disrespectful as fuck to young you. Be gentler and be kinder to yourself. You don't need to have perfect tattoos. If you want to remove them. But if you are like me and you sit and like opening the door of me being like, well, let me actually think about all these tattoos, whether I actually still want them. I'm not gonna want the tattoo I got when I was 18. I still have it because like I fucking rocked. Got my first tattoo. It was a big deal. Of course I wouldn't get it now. But it's part of the collection. It's like your house is filled with designer objects and also this toy you got as a child and also like shit. And so I feel like just like be mindful about removal and opening up the door to never being perfect as like something that you need to aspire for. I just don't know if it's the healthiest way to view our bodies.
I have tattoo regret for ones that have meaning or a deep connection that symbolize something, which is contrary to the common suggestion of getting tattoos with meaning so that you don't regret them in the long term. And I know that people have moved beyond that, and many more people are saying just get tattoos for fun, just for the art, because you like the design, and that is along the lines of what I do. But a lot of the first tattoos that I got 11 years ago when I started getting tattooed had more deep personal meaning. Even though the meaning is still there, the long-term interest in those pieces is less for me. The ones that I just got because of the aesthetic appeal of them are my favorite ones. I don't know if this is necessarily a hot take because a lot of people are more along the lines of getting tattoos for the art purposes. The hot take here is that tattoos with meaning, more regret than tattoos without meaning, at least in some cases. Let me know your thoughts and what your experiences are like with any tattoo regret.
I'm gonna keep it a beam with y'all. The reason why so many of you are experiencing tattoo regret is because you don't know who you are. And you didn't know who you were when you were getting those tattoos. There's nothing about you within yourself that is fully solidified to the point where you can get a tattoo and then not regret it, because you don't know who you are. And when you got those fuck ass tattoos, you were going based off of a trend that you thought you fit for the moment. Now you have a whole bunch of cyber realism and patchworks and tramp stamps, and you're mad at the rest of us because you didn't know who you were. I got my first tattoo at 19. Very much so knew who I was. Very much committed to the lifestyle. Very much love my piece. And it's not even that your tattoos need to have the utmost significance when it comes to like your design. Every tattoo doesn't need to have a big meaning. You could just like it. My piece is hands down one of my favorite tattoos. It has no meaning. I got it. But not only did I like it, I sat on it for like a year. Y'all don't be sitting on shit. Stop getting tattoos impulsively. Stop following trends. Stop wanting to be down. That's what a lot of this is. A lot of the tattooing and the piercings and all this regret that Gen Z be experiencing is literally because none of you took the time to figure out who the fuck you are. Figure out who you are. Tattoos are permanent. Stop thinking that you can just laser it off, because you can't. The tattoo was a 1 to 3 sessions max thing that you did. Laser is not going to be 3 sessions. Laser is going to be 10 sessions. And laser doesn't always get it all removed. So maybe figure out yourself. Figure out who you are. Then get a tattoo.
So as I get older, I regret my tattoos more and more. This is not to shame anybody with tattoos. This is not a knock on them. I do think they're beautiful. But this is something that in the last couple of years has been a thing for me. And there are days where I wish I was not covered in tattoos. Like some days I want to cry because I have them. And it's this weird thing, but it's because when I chose to get so tattooed, it was because I didn't really value myself or see myself. I had crazy body dysmorphia, couldn't stand things about myself. I do believe it's like a way to cope with all of the pain that lived inside me. I was sexually abused as a kid, grew up in a very toxic, abusive, tumultuous home, and got to a place to where I just hated myself. And so physical pain made me feel better. And I am grateful that it worked in a way, but I also have this thing where I just look at myself and I do just miss, I guess I just kind of wish that I could see myself without them. And there's nothing I can do to change it. It is what it is. And they're just part of me. But I don't know. Anybody else can relate? Maybe, maybe not. I know there's like this revolt against the clean girl aesthetic, and I don't really like do what you want, live how you want to live. I don't judge anybody with tattoos or without them. But for myself, I do have days where I wish they weren't there. Anyways, love y'all. Have a good day.
My dad told me I would regret my tattoos. I was 18, I didn't listen, and I regret all my tattoos, especially this stupid bird. Like, bro, these are supposed to be clowns, bro. They look like pebbles, bro. And, you know, the Catholic Church doesn't explicitly, like, prohibit tattoos, right? There's no official teaching that says we can't get tattoos. They just can't be explicitly sinful. But in my opinion, the way I see it, is I'm going to listen to the exorcists, really, because every exorcist is on the front lines. They're dealing with the demonic and evil, and pretty much all of them, I mean, every exorcist I've ever heard talk about tattoos, they say that it's a doorway to the demonic. Like, when they're dealing with possessions, the demons are gonna be like, yup, got in through a tattoo. So, no thanks. No more tattoos. Gotta decommission this stupid thing. And it's not worth it, bro. Come on. Let's be real.
So I don't know if anybody else with tattoos experiences this, but there is like an immediate regret of like tattoo regret when you're getting like the stencil placed on, or even right after you get tattooed, like when you're leaving the shop or like driving home. I've gotten that a lot, and that's how I think you know that the tattoo is good. I don't know if that makes sense. That's not going to make sense to people that have never felt this way, but yeah, like I just got these tiger lilies, and it is just like a sort of thing where it's like, oh my god, I just got something so permanent on my body. Like, that's crazy. Nobody talks about how crazy tattoos is, like, or tattoos are. Like, they are permanent, and I permanently, like, that is so sick. That is so sick. But then it's like the weeks after, especially after it's healed completely, you're like, damn, I don't know who I was. Like, I don't know how I went throughout life without that as a part of me. That's how I feel with all my tattoos, besides like some tiny ones I don't like. But it's like I'm so much more me with the more tattoos I get. Does that make sense? Like, this is so perfect for me, and I don't know why I waited so long to get her. But there is always that, like, even right before, I'm like, am I really gonna do this? Like, I don't know, since I've been getting older, I mean, I'm 22, but I have been trying to think things through more. But also I'm like, well, it's too late now. I already have too many to not keep going. And that's gonna sound like to people like, see, she hates her tattoos. No, I love my tattoos. I don't think there's many people that love their tattoos as much as I love my tattoos. But being honest, yeah, there is like a weird feeling that goes around getting tattoos, especially lately in the past year, where everybody talks about how much they hate their tattoos. It almost gaslights me into thinking like, do I fucking hate my tattoos? And I don't at all. But hearing like everybody else like fully sleeve, fully tattooed, like I'm going through laser for the next 10 years of my life, like personally, I never say never, but I would just never do that. That does not sound like a good time. Yeah, I would never do that. But you do have to be a specific type of person to get tattoos. And I know I am that type of person, and maybe people don't know themselves well enough when they get tattooed. I don't know. Like, look how cool it is. Like, oh my god, it's so cool. And yeah, I could never fall into the trap of tattoo regret. Like I said, I have tattoos I don't really like, but they're so small, and like, I wouldn't get them lasered, or I would probably just get them covered. But we have forgotten as a society that tattoos are supposed to be niche. Not everybody's supposed to have tattoos. Not even 50% of people are supposed to have tattoos. And yeah, that might sound like I'm trying to be like, I'm special, I'm unique, but think about it. It's a big deal. It's a big deal. It's a big deal. You're getting something permanently inked into your body. Not like 50% of the population is not meant for that, honestly. You know? So yeah, that's just my tattoo thoughts for the day.
So if you're an impulsive person like me, you might be able to relate to this. So when I was freshly 19, I had the bright idea to go get 4 tattoos on the same day. Mind you, I've never had any tattoos before. This is just a great idea that I conjured up in my pea brain. So yeah, one day I was 19 and I was like, let's go get 4 tattoos for fun. And guess what? I regret all of them now. Now, I know that some people love tattoos, like that's their thing. And they don't have any regret for the rest of their life. But in my little 19-year-old brain, I was not thinking long term. And who would have thought that my taste had already changed so much between the ages of 19 and 21 years old? So I deeply regret them. I wish I didn't get them. Oh well, it's on my body now. I'm going to do something about it someday. But anyways, this might be a hot take, but I am going to tell my kids, do not do anything permanent until you are at least like 25 years old. Whether that is tattoos, marriage, a baby, like I would just seriously advise against doing anything until your brain is fully developed. But you know what, if you're grown, you can make your own decisions. All the power to you.
Good morning, you guys. Transparency post. So I am married. I am in my 30s with 4 beautiful children. I think one of my biggest regrets in my life, I'll be honest, you guys, is my tattoos. Like, I literally hate my tattoos. Not only do I hate my tattoos, I think I hate the places that I chose to get them when I was younger. I remember my mom did not want me to get tattoos. Like, don't get tattoos. She did not want me with tattoos on my body. And obviously, me being hard-headed, I decided to do it anyway, and now I'm living in my 30s, y'all, regretting my tattoos every day. I was just doing what I wanted to do, and now I'm living with it. I even have to find clothes that actually cover up my tattoos. I've grown so much as a person and as a woman, and looking back at my younger days is like, I couldn't even tell you guys why I chose to get those tattoos. That's something I literally regret. When I say every day, like, I hate my tattoos, y'all. I hate them so much. Like, I don't even want people to know I got tattoos. I have what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 7 tattoos total. That's one of my goals, y'all, is to find somebody to remove these tattoos. If I can really just give anybody advice that's thinking about getting tattoos, I don't think anything is necessarily wrong with them. But be careful the places that you choose to put the tattoos. For me, I literally hate all of mine. Like, I don't want any tattoos on my body. Like, I want to get them removed. I want them off. I'm in the process of finding somebody to get rid of them. Somebody who works on dark skin. I don't know how I'm going to do it, y'all. But listen, I always talk to my daughters about my tattoos and how I dislike them, and I really just pray and hope that they just don't get any at all. But yeah, y'all, I just wanted to be transparent. I feel like I can talk to you guys, and I feel like I know this is probably relatable to a lot of people.
I finally reached the stage where I regret all my tattoos. When I was younger, I thought it made me look cooler, more expressive, more interesting, but now I look at them and I'm like, what the actual F was I thinking? And 90% of them don't even have a meaning. It was just impulsive decisions, influence, bad influence, and wanting to fit an image at that particular time. And most of the time now, I'm constantly trying to cover them up, not just from other people, but from myself. Yep, I try to hide them from myself as well, because I don't want to see them. And I have been thinking about laser removal for the longest time, but There are so many. I don't even know where I'll start from. This is the part where I say, I wish my mom was alive today so she could hear me say these words today, because I wish I had listened, because she told me, she warned me. Anyway, that's where my head's at today.
I remember sometime I reached the time and I wanted to take a tattoo, but when I asked someone to advise me, that person told me I would sometime regret taking a tattoo. So I ended up not taking a tattoo because I got some advice from someone, and that person already was regretting for taking a tattoo. And again, I got some experience whereby someone failed to get work just because of the tattoos. That person had tattoos on his body that made him even not to qualify for the job, because he had gone for an interview and he had some very funny tattoos on his body, so he ended up losing the job. So me personally, I think some people need to know which tattoos they take, if they are to take, and which parts of the body to take. If you need a tattoo, maybe at least try to put it on your body, on that spot of the body where even it cannot be seen publicly, where people cannot easily see that tattoo on your body. That is in case if you feel like you want to take a tattoo on your body. So I end up by advising my fellow people, it's not good or it's not advisable for you to take tattoos, or else you'll end up regretting